I'm very lucky to be talking to Andy and Matt from Local Natives now, all the way from California, but you really spent so much of your time in Europe and throughout the UK and Ireland. You've been in Ireland a number of times. Last time I saw you was in the Academy 2 before you headed off to South by Southwest. That was a great show.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, was that the second or third time that you played in Ireland?
I think this is like our third time here now. So,
but we played Academy 2. That would have been our first.
We played there twice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next time you're getting ready to go to one of the big beautiful ones.
Yeah, we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
We all really liked that
Yeah.
venue as far as like, it just felt good because I remember it's like really low ceilings. It felt like a really intimate like club show, which was a good change of pace, I think.
Yeah, it was
tour.
jammed though, so I think that and it was sold out, so it would have been nice
exactly.
it
So
would have been nice for a few more of your fans to be able to see you.
Yeah,
and
very
so
much
next
so.
time, I'm sure the promoter will be onto that, looking to make money.
There you go. Yeah.
Did I hear that you were off to Whelan's afterwards? Did a little late night partying in Dublin?
After the last trip?
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly. Yes.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah.
Well, we were staying right by there, so it was like perfect. And we had been there the previous trip, and I don't know, just it's kind of like our go-to place, I guess, when we do come to Dublin.
So you've had a good time when you're here.
Yeah.
We really
it's
have,
fallen
yeah.
on the last date of the tour, I think twice
Both
in a row
times,
now.
yeah.
So you can only imagine when you have 4 weeks of
Pent
pent
up,
up,
like-
whatever it is that you've had pent up for that particular tour, and then it's sort of, I guess Dublin is a good place to let that all out.
We're pretty good at letting off steam.
We noticed that pretty quickly, so
Yeah.
I think we asked our booking agent to always end it in Dublin now.
Cool. See, we love that. It's a huge source of pride that, the Irish know that, the bands like to play for us and that the crowds are usually really active and really loud, really vocal. A lot of bands starting in their tours here.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So how do you change things up then for when you're playing festivals? Do you treat it differently or?
As far as the music or?
Yeah, and just the way you do, because the thing is, you're so close together, when I've seen you, and you've got so many different harmonies going on, and you kind of swap around your instruments and things like that. There's some movement between guitars and keys and things like that. So do you have to kind of be more stationary and stick to the thing, or do you still switch it up when you're on a big stage?
It's still we still pretty much do the same thing. We kind of just, keep doing what we're doing, and I think the music lends itself to these festivals. So I don't think we really mix it up. That we'll switch up like set lists or whatnot, and maybe take out certain songs or try new variations on songs. But for the most part, it's still pretty much doing what we do. So.
And are you still happy playing Gorilla Mana for another while? Or are you dying to get into studio and have some new material to play, because it's gone so well for you? You probably never expected to be touring this long.
Yeah, I think it's probably a person-to-person basis. I'm ready to like work on new stuff, and and I think we all obviously we love the songs and we spent so much time on them. I think it's just natural for an artist in general to always be wanting to try new stuff, and I think we have a lot of stuff that we want to start working on, and it's hard for us to get that done on the road.
Yeah. You're one of the lucky three. I'm sure it's changed now, but Infectious Music has kind of come back with a bang, and with you guys and Temper Trap, I thought, wow, like what a start for them, to start rebuilding a label with two bands that have just gone sort of stratospheric, from really quickly as well, and it's hard to do that. So what's the relationship been like, and has that changed things for you, having sort of that new energy behind you as opposed to maybe the jaded old international major?
Yeah, I think we made like a really conscious effort to partner up with people who sort of saw what we were going for, and that was a very much DIY, and we wanted to have the freedom to do what we wanted to do as a band without people pulling our strings and telling us where to go and how to look and what songs to play and how to play them, and luckily with in the States and also over here we partnered up with people who just sort of said, all right, we'll just help push what you guys are already doing, and we'll go from there.
Great.
Yeah.
And do you get the same response in the States? Some bands kind of really focus on Europe and sort of know that their music might be more readily or more immediately accepted. Have you had the same response in the States that you've had here?
Well, it was funny. At first, it kind of progressed a little bit quickly, a little bit faster over here.
Yeah.
And but since the album just came out this year in the States, it's kind of, we did our first headlining tour, like 7 weeks across the nation, and the feedback is it's kind of balanced out now, and it's definitely kind of picked up there. It's just taken a little longer because we're from there, and I feel like we've been working on the States for so long, But
Yeah.
this year, since just having the album out, has just been the biggest catapult in getting people out to the shows. So it's been great. Yeah.
And what about all the TV stuff? Because I mean, it makes such a difference now having your music featured in a popular TV show, and you've had a few tracks used, whether it's for Xbox or in Chuck and things like that. Do you find that it makes a difference? Do you notice like the next show after an episode, it sort of doubles in size?
Fans in the audience.
Yeah, suddenly with very advanced thumbs.
I don't know. That's a tricky one. Like we're all very particular, and we do pay close attention to that. And I think that associating your music with certain things can look either positively or negatively, and I think it just depends on where the band is at and where your mindset is at, and I think especially now. Everybody's a little bit smarter and knows that that's sort of something that just happens, nowadays. And yeah.
It's a really good thing, though, to get new fans.
Definitely.
Kind of helps keep you going, earn a living and all those things that you should be allowed to do. And also, I think it's great for the parents, isn't it? Your parents must be ridiculously proud when they hear you on TV shows.
Yeah. I guess that's definitely one of those things where, we've been working at this for so long, and, it's always like, I feel like we all kind of went through the thing where the parents are kind of like, oh, it's a hobby. It's kind of like
that nice. You're in a
yeah,
band.
they're in a
Good
band.
for
They're
you.
playing some shows, but yeah, I guess it's definitely one of those things that for the parents to kind of like get it.
Yeah.
I think that the TV helps a lot because the parents don't really understand. For us, we're like, oh, we saw
Oxegen.
ourselves on this blog, or we're playing this festival overseas, and my dad will be like, oh, that sounds like fun, and they'll be like, oh, but we're gonna play, a late night talk show that's really popular in the States, and he's like, what? I know, I've heard of that. And so those types of things are really big.
And are you down
for
to
the parents.
Letterman and Conan and Craig Ferguson and those sort of things? Is that the kind of stuff that you're starting to do? And
we just did Craig Ferguson,
cool.
which was great, and that was definitely helped us a lot, like in LA and in the States in general. But we haven't. That's the only one we've done thus far. So
it's all just beginning. So lots to look forward to. Loads of landmarks to tick off for local natives. Good. And when did you say that you might get back in the studio? Do you know? Are you going to kind of continue out? Obviously, you've got the festival season. And then do you have autumn touring, or are you maybe going to consider having a week's holiday?
It's touring definitely through the end of this year. And then we're hoping to get a little time maybe in January or February to go back in and start writing new stuff. I think we've learned pretty quickly that we don't really count too much on anything because our schedule seems to change, so often. So I think we're all crossing our fingers for early next year to get some time to write stuff.
Great. And in the meantime, you've only just released World News as a single here in June. So we're gonna definitely play that and hopefully get a little bit of your live set for when you play later on.
Great.
Are you sticking around, or are you disappearing to more often another festival?
We're sticking around.
Yeah, we're sticking around. We head home on Tuesday.
So. Anybody you might catch? Have you seen the list?
Today we're definitely catching Broken Social Scene.
Great.
Who else? Jamie Lydell.
Yeah. Julian Casablancas.
Yeah, a few of us are going to see him.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on today.
Yeah. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to sort of relax today and see some other bands.
And can I also highlight how good it is that you're playing today and not yesterday?
That's what I keep hearing. Apparently it was just rainstorms.
Yeah, pretty shocking. Mud. So we're delighted to have you back in Ireland, this time in Punchestown, not Dublin. So thanks again for coming to talk to us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
See you later.